Rudyard Kipling was an English poet and novelist born in the year 1865 and died in 1936. He is remembered for his children's books, including the ever popular The Jungle Book and Kim, and for his many stories and poems. He was a strong advocate of the British Empire. Kipling was awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1907 and was offered knighthood several times. Values in Life was originally a speech delivered by Kipling to the students at McGill University in Montreal, Canada in the year 1907. It basically speaks about the need for the students to realize that money is not the goal of life. Money is just a means to achieve the various goals of life. Kipling invokes the young students. He says that the youth has to pay the penalty for listening to old people. He knows that pretense is it uneasy both on the young and the old. He, in a very satirical and humorous manner, says that on such occasions, very little truth is actually spoken. He believes that the sins of youth are due to its virtues. The arrogance of youth is often the result of its shyness, and the brutality of youth is the outcome of its natural virginity of spirit. He praises the youth. He praises the energy, enthusiasm, and the vigor of youth. He feels the youth is pure. He feels what the society has labeled them is totally wrong. He knows that the teacher sitting in the audience will not appreciate of what he is saying, but still continues to say what he has to say. He boldly proclaims that youth has the power. Youth, though shy, has the energy to do what he wants. Kipling then, in his speech, prepares the youth to get ready to face the battle of life. He says that you will have to go through an organized conspiracy which is waiting to welcome you. And people will make you believe, the society will make you believe that wealth is the only thing which you need to earn. And they will make you believe that wealth should be for wealth's sake. But there will be few who have not been trained in such a manner. They will be ready to go to an island, or they will be ready to even go to a village, a Craven or Ireland, he believes. He feels that there are few people who will not be dominated by the thought that one only has to earn money, money and money. Kipling then, after a while, tries to say that I'm not trying to say that don't earn money. He is very realistic and very practical and advises the youth to experience the first rush of the great game of life. He says, earn the money, but after that, when you have settled, try to become a little more human. Try to understand what life actually is, and try to see the fellow beings around you. Concentrate not just on yourself, concentrate not just on amassing wealth, but also concentrate on helping the people around you. Kipling, while talking to the students, brilliantly comments on the word smart. He puts that in inverted commas and tries to tell the youth that do not be smart. He believes a smart man is a man who is only dominated by the thought of wealth. A smart man is a man who only wishes to amass wealth. A smart man is a man who is selfish and not bothered about others. He wants the youth not to be smart. He wants the youth not to be carried away by the thought that the aim of life is only money. Kipling, in his speech, has enumerated the difference between a man who is dominated by the thought of money and a man whom you can call a non-materialistic man. He believes that you will go in fear of a non-materialistic man, but he will not go in fear of you. You will do what he wants. He will not do what you want. You will find that you have no weapon with you with which you can attack him, no argument with which you can appeal to him. Whatever you gain, he will gain more. Kipling also enlisted the disadvantages of being dominated by the very thought of money. He feels that if you are dominated by money, there is a danger of stooping. There is a danger of losing your soul. There is a danger of compromising with your principles. And in spite of everything, you may succeed, you may be successful, you may acquire enormous wealth, but there is a grave danger of being spoken and written of and being pointed out as a smart man. He again reaffirms that don't try to be smart. Kipling loves youth, and therefore he says youth is the season of hope, ambition, and cheerfulness. He feels that youth can never be told to be cheerful because that is the innate quality of youth. However, he has also noticed that some young people go into depression. They suffer from doubts, and that is the most real of the hells in which a young man can be forced to walk. He warns the young people not to fall into that trap. Kipling is quite positive. He believes in the power of youth, but he warns that ego is something which kills a human animal. And the best cure of getting rid of ego is to get engaged in something which is not personal to oneself. He says that despair and horror mean nothing because there is for you nothing which is irremediable and nothing which is ineffaceable and nothing which is irrecoverable. He tells the youth to believe in the mercy of heaven. He says that there is nothing which can be taken too seriously by the powers above us or beneath us. In other words, he tells the youth to take anything and everything seriously except oneself. He, at the end, tries to tell the people, do not be smart. And he says that if you find some smart people around you, be humble to them, be polite with them, be tender to them, because they are the ones who need some care, love, and compassion. And if you can do that, you will be able to lead them to a knowledge of higher and more interesting things.